Hi guys, my name is Aman, and in this tutorial I'll be guiding you to get started with Raspberry Pi, that is to install Rasbian or any other OS. For this video tutorial I'll be specifically installing Rasbian on the Raspberry Pi. This video tutorial is specifically more important than the other getting started videos because it deals with a very common problem, that is uh, getting started with Raspberry Pi when you don't have a monitor, mouse, or a especially monitor, right? So you've just got in your Raspberry Pi and you have got your SD card with it, that is to grid of 4 GB or greater size. So begin with the tutorial. You will need to download first of all the noobs. You must be knowing about that, and then you will need an SD card formatter. Other than that, for the hardware requirements, you will need any micro SD card reader to plug your SD card into your PC, which could be running Windows or Ubuntu or Mac OS. And apart from that, you will need a power source for your Raspberry Pi, so micro USB cable with that too. So that's all you need for the hardware. And for the softwares, you'll need these two softwares, which you can find in the links below in the video. I'll leave the links in the description. So if you have ever searched for how to get started with Raspberry Pi without a monitor, and you must have get onto this page which says for advanced user, how to automatically install an OS on Raspberry Pi. Well, if you can really go through this and sort it out how to do this, I don't think the video would be more useful. But if you are usually lazy like me, then I think this video can be a lot of use to you. So basically this video tells is like this kind of method of installing Rasbian on or any OS on Raspberry Pi is called silent install. That's given here, right? So well, I'll be telling you all the steps to go through. So let's get started. So for the first thing you need to do is just download the noobs, then the SD card formatter. Then just take your SD card and put it in your SD card reader. I'll be showing you the hardware specification in a different video, but for now I can't show you the hardware I'm using. Okay, so I've just inserted my SD card reader with the card, and it should appear somewhere here. So as I've already installed, as you can see, Rasbian on this card, so this shows it like this. So once you have got that SD card formatter downloaded, you need to install it, and then you just go for the SD card formatter and just select the drive that you found of your remote drive. Please be careful with it, because otherwise you can format your hard drive and that could be a lot dangerous. So just select the drive of your removable SD card reader and then select format. So okay, and let's just wait. So it's done. So as you can see now, it has been formatted to FAT32 completely, as my SD card is of size 8 GB. Okay, so we are done with this. Now we have just formatted it. Now when you have downloaded this noobs, just as I've already downloaded it, I won't be downloading it now. Okay, so now just go to the place where you downloaded the noobs and just extract that, as I've already extracted that. I won't be doing that. And just select all the contents of it and then just copy it and paste it to the SD card. Okay, so it would take some time, I think. So let's just okay, so all the content of that zip file, the noobs file, has been copied to the SD card. Now the next thing we need to do, okay, so I just forgot to tell you one thing. In case you have just missed any of the steps I have done already, you don't need to worry about it, because I've got instruction written in a text file. So I'll be giving this in the description as a link to download this. So this files basically tells you the pre-sequences that's already been done, and things we have done is we have the step in has been already been done. We have already copied the contents of the noobs to the SD card. Now the next thing we need to do is open the form in the OS folder of the SD card with noobs, delete all the folders except Rasbian. Okay, so we'll just do that. Sorry. Okay, so we are just left with the Rasbian, and that's what's mentioned in this. Okay, so you need to delete, if there are other OSs, delete all the other folders, and you just have to leave the Rasbian. Okay, so the next step is to go to the OS Rasbian, then flavors.json, and we have to delete the other flavors which are available in that in that file. So we'll just do that. So for that I'll have to go to the flavors. So as mentioned in the prerequisite, you will need a editor. I use Sublime Text. So in this, just go and delete all the other flavors apart from Rasbian. Okay, in this way, and then just save it. Okay, so now we're done with this step. So the next thing we have to do now is, okay, so it will look like this, and after it will look like that. And in case of other OS, if it produces any extra files like back dot back file, you need to delete those files from the SD card. Now we need to edit the recovery.command file, and that too with the root sudo rights for the Ubuntu users. Okay, so we'll go to the recovery.command file. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so user file, and what are the changes to be made are, so you just have to append the silent install. This is the most important part. It has to be done very carefully. So I'll just copy this and just paste it here. It should look like that. There should not be an extra line added. We'll just save it. Okay, so now this is done. In fact, you can make an backup of your recovery.command file also, but by naming it to something else and using this as a new file. I'll recommend not doing that. Just change the content and save it. Now the final thing, the final step, we have just completed. There are some other ways also, intermediate steps by which you can choose the video source for it. Like if you want to connect a TV to it with a AV cable that from the 3.5 mm jack, and then other options can also be added here after the silent install. But for now we don't really need to do that. Now the only thing you need to do is just take out your SD card. I'll be taking out my SD card, and I think from now on I'll show you the other video. So but let's just go for the instructions here given here. Now you just have to put the SD card into a Raspberry Pi and then connect it to Ethernet cable that for SSH tunneling. But I'll be doing that in the next video tutorial because I think I've taken a lot of time already. So generally the boot up for the silent install takes around 20 minutes. So okay, so this is it. Thank you.